The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. Unlock right. Ready?
This drive will begin with Hubbard. No one around. He's got space. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds Sanders. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
There we go. Set.
Out of the gun, Young. He finds Sanders. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Here's Hubbard on the give. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Has it down close. Touchdown, Carolina. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now with Purdy. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That throw finds Kittle. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw by Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Purdy on first down. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on that play, and that brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Here we go.
And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Sets a return. It's Chuba Hubbard. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go, set. 18, run. 18, run. Set, go.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Now a give to Garindo. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That one gains 7. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. That's intercepted near the sideline. Look at Xavier Woods in there to pick it off. And the Panthers are going to take over after the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Here's Young. He throws a bullet to the center of the big game downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Young to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 3rd down, it's Young. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 3rd and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's... on the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Kittle brings it in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing off the play fake here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And no look on his first look of the game. Now they're up against it here on 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 79 Broncos. Track at 60. Trap 60. Warriors 70. 19 Lion.
Throwing from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little Sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Young looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up fourth down. Carolina in punt formation. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the 49ers will go on offense. Purdy throwing here on first. Escapes the pocket. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Brought in by Ayuk. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Purdy looking to throw. That finds Ayuk complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Third and short, here's Purdy. He's on the move. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
On 2nd and 10, Young. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Comeback team! Comeback! Let's go! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Panther 11! Panther 11! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Third and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now with Purdy. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. He finds space for a few yards that time. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. It's a 3-yard pickup. That's going to leave him facing 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Purdy setting up that play action. That throw finds Kittle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a 49er first down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll try the right side with Gurindo. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth. Yet
this has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off by Cater Kohu. And he makes the Hefko. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. A give left side to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And they had that one contained right at the line. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Forced out to his right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 19 at the 11-yard line. Trap 60, trap 60. Set go.
Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Running right, here's Hubbard. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Brings up second and 9. Warrior 70, ready. Hut, hut.
Defense shows blitz, Young. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Go.
On third down, it's Young. Throw left side, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Handoff running right, Hubbard. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Ready?
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready? 19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Out of the gun, Young. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Shut up.
Young working from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Mustang 19. Hup.
Rush coming for Young. Cups, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go. 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
Now Young. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Space on the right. He's got room. 30. He's at the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Here's a return from the 7. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Rocco switch. Ready?
Up the middle, Hubbard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Cup 19. Check up.
From the 41. Legette's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, he lost the football! And this is picked up by the 49ers! Into the red zone! The 10! And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone! Touchdown! The 49ers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
To the air on first down, Young. State pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Another.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers is disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but I'm high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L dogs, nothing but them lacks. The A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success and promoted to just do it. Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Straight to the air here. It's Young. On the move, headed right. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go. Go.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going for it. Young gets this to Sanders. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. He doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Getting the fullback involved here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Pretty throwing here on first. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Good run. Gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Purdy setting up that play action. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On the give, it's Garendo. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Going run again with McCaffrey. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Fullback dive up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Moody knocks it through, and that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Here we go. Set. Check go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Niners 3, Panthers nothing.
On the floor, big carbon here like Mayweather. Tula come through and blow up. Got millions out there rap. They hate her, but they stole the flow. Got back in after back in coming. I stole the show. Don't run up on that. She a head case. All she do is shoot. I signed my deal up on the PJ and hopped out a parachute. I'm geeked on next week. Back no more features. I might just stare at you. I'm geeked on next week. Back no more features. I might embarrass you. Yeah, glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snail. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail. On the big glow, where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on you. Better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players. My folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Glow, stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow, slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow, two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow, no competition, these stale. Yeah, glow, curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow, say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow, keep running circles around these snail. Yeah, glow, and my bumping up in the jail. On the gang, glow. Yeah, glow.
Hey, yeah.
Fresh out the beta game.